Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to explore some really fascinating ideas.
And pull out those insights that, well, that really stick with you.
Exactly. So let's talk about this one piece of advice. You've probably heard it a million times, right?
Oh, yeah. The classic. You can't love anyone until you love yourself.
It's like etched in stone somewhere. It sort of implies you need to finish this big self-help project first.
Before you're even allowed to connect, basically.
Yeah. But what if?
Yeah.
What if that's just not true? What if love doesn't actually care if you're, perfectly polished?
Hmm.
Today, we're diving into Karen Faith's work. She offers this really radical counter idea. She says love welcomes everyone, unconditionally. Doesn't matter what state you arrive in.
It's such a freeing thought, isn't it?
Right.
And what's really compelling is how she got there. It wasn't like through some spiritual retreat necessarily.
Right. Not the usual path.
No, her journey started somewhere pretty unexpected. Focus group moderation.
Focus groups. Really?
Yeah, picture that room, all these different strangers, different vibes. It was actually in that setting, listening to others,
Yeah.
that she found this key to welcoming all the parts of ourselves. And, well, everyone else too.
Okay, so that's our mission today. We want to really unpack this idea, this radical welcome,
First outwards, then inwards.
and see how that can actually transform how we approach love, self-acceptance. Maybe offer a shortcut to some new thinking on this really personal stuff.
Stuff that might be holding you back without you even realizing it.
All right, let's jump right in. The core idea that grabbed me immediately is how Karen Faith just flat out contradicts that saying. She says, and this is a quote, "I loved everybody before I loved myself.
Wow.
Love doesn't care which way you come or what state you're in when you get here." I mean, that just stops you in your tracks, doesn't it?
It really does, because, like you said, we're so trained to think fix yourself first.
It's almost a requirement for entry into relationships sometimes.
Yeah, it suggests love isn't this reward you get for reaching self-love enlightenment. It's just there, available, always.
Regardless of the internal mess.
Exactly. And she really developed this, honed this idea in those focus groups you mentioned.
Okay, tell us more about that, because I'm picturing like a room trying to decide on a new brand of soap. How does that lead to profound insights on love?
Huh. Well, it's less about the soap and more about the people, right? Think about who shows up. It's a real mix.
Okay.
You always get like this super shy one who barely talks. And then the chatty one, you can't get to stop talking.
Always.
There's usually a grumpy one, maybe someone who clearly doesn't want to be there.
Complaining about the chairs or something.
Totally. And it may be a very enthusiastic mom with a notebook taking copious notes.
Wants to get an A in focus grouping.
Right. Maybe a student who, probably fibbed on the form to get the cash.
Been there.
And, the dad who thinks he's hilarious, but just keeps making awkward jokes. And she even mentions this one type, the ex-military guy who's constantly eyeing the two-way mirror, like super suspicious.
Wow. Okay. So it's a real cross-section.
Absolutely. A room full of people who probably wouldn't normally hang out together.
So the moderator's job,
Yeah.
it's not just keeping time, is it?
Not at all. Karen says the key is making sure all those voices, even the, quote, strange and difficult ones, are actually heard. And not just heard, but welcomed.
Welcomed. That feels different from just tolerated.
It is. It's about creating this space, this bubble, where everyone feels okay sharing their real thoughts without judgment. Active acceptance.
Okay, I see the connection starting to form.
And here's the kicker. Doing that for others externally. That's what flipped the switch internally for her. Moderating all those different, sometimes conflicting perspectives out there.
Oh?
She said, it taught me to welcome all the strange and difficult parts of myself.
Whoa.
Which leads to a pretty big question for all of us, right? How many different yous are rattling around inside your head?
Okay, let's unpack that. Because that internal argument, yeah, that's familiar. Karen realized she was literally arguing with herself.
Like who's talking to who?
Exactly. If I don't agree with me, who's who? And she found, her words, quite a few of me.
Different facets.
Yeah. A sentimental, emotional me and an intellectual, analytical me. And apparently they argued a lot.
Relatable.
And then a me who loves being on stage and another one who is pretty shaky. It's like an internal cast of characters.
It really is. And we kind of accept having mixed feelings about everyday things, don't we?
Sure. Like being excited and nervous about something new.
Right. Or wanting to stay up late, but also being exhausted.
Right.
Or, loving someone who drives you absolutely crazy sometimes.
Yes. We jumble those, okay.
But Karen points out, it's the harder thoughts, Those are the ones we struggle with, the ones we try to just shut down.
And she gives examples that, oh, they hit hard, thinking that I'm worthless or I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Or feeling like the mistakes I've made are unforgivable or that the bad things that happen were my fault.
Heavy stuff.
Really heavy. And she says those thoughts feel just as real, just as persistent, but they're so much harder to live with.
Yeah. They're the ones that send us scrambling for anything to make them stop.
And did she scramble? She talks about trying basically everything.
Oh, the list is amazing. She says every kind of therapy I have ever heard of.
And she wasn't kidding.
No. Talk therapy, energy healing, body work, hypnotherapy, soul retrieval.
What is soul retrieval?
It's a shamanic thing about getting back lost parts of yourself after trauma.
Okay. Keep going.
The tapping stuff, EFT,
Yes.
the thing with the lights, probably EMDR, 7 kinds of yoga, even drinking special tea with a shaman somewhere in a forest.
Wow. She went deep.
She really did. Though she draws the line at one thing, acupuncture with live bees.
Okay, fair enough. I think I'd pass on the bee acupuncture too.
Me too. But the point is, after all that effort, that internal voice just kept yelling, shut up, at herself.
Which just shows how deep that internal battle can run and how just trying to suppress those voices, well, it doesn't really work, does it?
Doesn't seem to. So how did she finally break through? This is where it connects back to her day job, right?
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting for me. Her work as a people researcher, her whole job was empathy, basically.
Getting inside strangers' heads.
Totally. Watching tiny things, body language, micro expressions, how someone's tone changes, the exact words they choose. She was like a detective of human experience.
A master observer. But here's the twist. She realized where those observation skills, those super antennas as she calls them, actually came from.
Okay.
They were symptoms of complex post-traumatic stress, CPTSD, from what she calls an appalling upbringing.
Wow. Yeah.
This is such a powerful insight. She says, gifts and curses are buy one, get one.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah. Her difficult past gave her heaps of shame and a splintered sense of self. Hence, all those arguing me's.
Right.
But it also gave her those super antennas for other people's feelings, made her a damn near wizard-level observer.
That reframing is huge. It's not just damage, it's damage and superpower.
Kind of. It suggests that our wounds can forge our strengths if we learn to see them differently. The thing that broke you also built you.
That's a lot to think about. So from this place, understanding people deeply, partly because of her own pain, she developed this unconditional welcome.
Right. Which she says is like a researcher's neutrality, but a little extra.
More than just objective.
Yeah, it's active. It's profound acceptance. And she tells this story that really illustrates it.
Let's hear it.
She was researching this woman who, honestly, Karen found really unpleasant at first.
Okay.
Picture this. The woman is feeding French fries to a tiny baby.
Oh, dear.
And she's going off about not vaccinating her kids, not even against polio, and smoking a cigarette with, like, an inch of ash hanging off it.
Okay, yeah, I can see the judgment creeping in.
Karen admits it. She says, at least one of me is a jerk. She really struggled. She didn't like this woman, didn't respect her choices, but her job was to understand her deeply, without judgment.
How did she manage that?
She used a visualization. She took a deep breath, probably smoky, and imagined blowing up this huge, shiny soap bubble.
Okay.
A bubble filled with unconditional welcome, big enough for both of them.
Yeah.
And she stresses this wasn't tolerance.
Right.
Not even compassion, necessarily, just total welcome as is, no comments, no notes.
Wow. Just letting her be there exactly as she was, no fixing, no changing.
Exactly. Just welcome. And here's the amazing part.
Yeah.
Doing that, creating that bubble, it shifted everything. Suddenly, she didn't just see an unpleasant woman.
What did she see?
She saw a mother feeding her baby in a world that she didn't trust.
Understanding the fear behind the action.
Yes. And that connection happened instantly. She understood why the woman was maybe angry or afraid. And Karen says she loved her instantly.
Instantly. Just from that shift in perspective.
Seems so. It wasn't forced. It was a result of extending that welcome. Which kind of proves her point, doesn't it? You don't have to love yourself first to offer profound welcome, even love, to someone else.
That's credible. Okay, so she masters this externally. How does this translate back to her own internal world? What does this mean for us?
Well, she didn't just keep it for strangers. She finally turned that same unconditional welcome inwards.
Towards those arguing voices?
Towards the loudest, most difficult one. She describes this inner voice as very chatty,
Uh-huh.
and also afraid and angry, whiny, demanding, unreasonable, and relentless. I mean, really difficult.
Sounds exhausting.
And even saying she wanted to die.
Mm.
So it wasn't just a bad mood. It was a really persistent, dark, internal part.
So instead of shut up.
Instead of shouting back, she finally did something different, took a deep breath, and became her own moderator.
Her own focus group moderator inside her head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she actually spoke the words out loud to this part of herself. She said,
Yeah.
"Thank you for sharing."
Acknowledging it first.
Yes. Then. I'm going to remind you of our agreement to be honest and reasonable.
Setting a boundary, but respectfully.
Totally different approach, right?
Yeah.
Not silencing it, but inviting it into a different kind of conversation.
And did it work? Did the voice respond?
It did. And this is the bit that gives me chills. The voice apparently confirmed it was in a lot of pain.
Wow. Just needed to be heard, maybe?
Maybe so. And Karen's response then was so crucial, both kind and firm.
What did she say?
She said, "I know, and I promise you I'm going to take care of you,
Empathy.
but I need you to get on board.
The boundary.
I will listen to you, but I will not obey you."
Ooh, that's powerful. Listen, but not obey.
And the voice?
Yeah.
The voice just said, "Okay."
Okay. Just like that.
Just like that. That moment, that exchange, it changed everything internally for her. The war was over.
It became a negotiation, a partnership almost.
Exactly. Her mind transformed. It wasn't a battlefield anymore. It became, in her words, a round table of wildly mixed characters.
You're all the different me's.
Yep. With one moderator, her core self, maybe keeping things orderly, using honesty, boundaries, kindness, and most importantly, gratitude.
Gratitude even for the difficult parts.
Seems so. And she has this beautiful metaphor now. She sees her fragmented self less like a broken mirror and more like a prism.
Prism?
We're full spectrum. Isn't that lovely?
That is lovely. It's not about being shattered and trying to glue pieces back. It's about seeing how all the different facets create something whole and colorful.
Exactly. All the parts contribute to the richness. They refract the light differently.
So now, even the parts she used to call bonkers or twisted, they get a seat at the table.
They do. They're welcomed. And he says when she asks them to be clear and kind, sticking to that moderator agreement, they actually tell her useful things.
Like what?
Like exactly what I need to know. What she needs to feel better and what she'd like for me to learn.
So the difficult voices hold wisdom too.
Apparently. But, and this is key, only when they are accepted exactly as she is in the moment.
Then trying to fix them first, just welcome.
It's just welcome. It's a total shift from fighting them to listening and, integrating them.
Okay, so bringing it all back. We started with challenging love yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
And Karen Faith lands back there, but with this gorgeous image. She says, "Love is a house you can crawl in through a window."
I love that. No need to find the fancy front door or have the perfect key made of self-love.
Just find an opening, any opening.
And what this means practically is that practicing this unconditional welcome outwards towards others with that focus group moderator curiosity, that can actually build your capacity to love both other people and yourself.
So you don't have to start with perfect self-regard.
Not at all. You can start by just opening a window for someone else, extending that welcome. And that itself can be the path towards self-acceptance.
It's like a backdoor to connection and self-compassion.
Exactly.
So maybe the final thought for you listening is this. If you're stuck on the love yourself first thing, if it feels too hard, too big, maybe don't start there.
Try a window.
Yeah. Start with someone else, the person next to you, maybe even someone you find difficult. Can you, just for a moment, welcome them?
Just let them be here as they are. No comments, no notes.
Can you welcome them here? And if you can do that, maybe, just maybe, you can turn that welcome towards a part of yourself too.
Can you welcome you? Even the shaky parts, the angry parts, the parts you don't like.
Because ultimately, as Karen reminds us, all of us are worthy of welcome.
Every single part. And extending that welcome outward might just show you a part of yourself that's ready to be loved, window or not.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.